All right, today I'm going to show you how to create a Climograph using Google Sheets. So the first thing we're going to do is select our data. I'm going to use the temperate deciduous forest, and I'm going to start by selecting the title name for that column B there all the way over to the rest of the data. And when I do this, it's going to initially, I'm going to go up here to insert and put a chart in. And so when I put this chart in, it's just going to choose a chart for me, and I don't want a scatter plot. So I'm going to switch this over to the line combo graph, the combo chart. Now what it has done is it has decided my X and Y axis for me. So if you see this B6 through N6, that's on the X axis. But what I really want on the X axis are my months right here. So I'm going to come right here to the X axis, and I'm going to click search, click select a data range. And so when I do that, I'm going to look over here, and I need B1 through N1. So I'm going to type that in with a colon, B1 to N1, and I'm going to click OK. That now makes my x-axis be my months. See that? Although not sure why I put the biome down there. Maybe I should have just done, C1. Sorry. So let's try that again. Let's change that to C1. Oh, you know why? Because I didn't have used column B as headers. That's why I needed this one. All right. So I did need the B1. I just didn't have this use column B as headers box checked. That's why I didn't have it down there at first. So be sure the column B as headers box is checked, and then you can put in that information, including the label for B1 as your range. So now I got January to December as my months. But you see, I only have bars. I don't have the line. So because under series here, I only have temperature, I need to also add the precipitation to this series. And so I just did. I added the precipitation because it was already in here. So now we have our temperature and we have our precipitation. But we typically want our temperature as the line graph. So what I'm going to do is just switch these. So I'm going to change this top one to be precipitation and this bottom one to be temperature. So now my temperature, if you notice up here at the top, my temperature is my line graph, my precipitation is my bar graph. And like I said, be sure that all three of these boxes are checked. Now, then we have to go over here to customize, because if you notice, we don't have a second vertical axis, which we need. So we're going to go to customize, and then we're going to click on series. We're going to click this drop down menu that says apply to all series, and we're going to change that to apply to precipitation. Now, precipitation is in our, right now it's got it on the left axis, so we can just leave it there. If you want to, you can switch it to the right. It doesn't matter to me. Then temperature, we need to put it on, it says left axis. We're going to put it on the right axis. So now we have a second axis. And I just let this automatically scale. You can go in and change the scale if you so choose. Now we're going to put some titles on here. So we got our chart title. This is the temperate deciduous forest. All right, there's our chart title. You see it pop up right there. Then I didn't make a subtitle for this one. Our horizontal axis, well, that is our months. So we're going to choose it. It pops in down there. And we're going to click this again. Our vertical axis, remember our vertical axis was our precipitation. So we're going to do precipitation. And our left was precipitation. Our right was temperature. And we've got it now. So we've got our temperature in degrees Celsius. We have our precipitation. And we can double check that we got those right over here, because our precipitation for January was 12. So that's up here. And then our temperature was 6, and that's down here. So we should be good. And you can just see the 6 is over here with this. All right. So that's it. That's all you have to do. You can go in and change some different things if you want to. You can change some fonts. You can change some things. But this gets you the basics. You need a title for your graph. You need your key here that has these on it. That's why we checked that little box about use column B as headers. You need your second axis, you need your months at the bottom, and you need your labels for each of your axes. Hope that helps.